Acceptance sampling is basically a form of quality assurance where one would simply take a random sample from a population and test that sample to decide whether or not to accept or reject that entire population based on the results. Now, this was originally applied in World War II by the US military, and they basically received a shipment of ammunition to go to war, and there lied a true defective rate unknown to them. So what they did is simply take a random sample because they can't go and test all the bullets, and then they'd be left with no bullets. So from that random sample, they would decide a defective rate that would either satisfy or not satisfy their standards. And if that defective rate was too high, they would simply return the entire shipment. And if it was low enough, they would simply accept it and use it to go to war with. Now, this is just kind of a general idea of what exactly is going on. If the defective rate of the sample is low enough from the entire population, they'll go ahead and accept that shipment. Now, the article that was published in 2008 that was referenced here basically went over 3 different companies that all do different things, a variety of products that they use, and they all use the same form of acceptance sampling. And they all came to realize that although this is a very good method of deciding whether or not something is quality or not quality, they came to the realization that they weren't satisfied with the results. And the best thing to really do is decide the best form of acceptance sampling to use, and from time to time inspect that method that they're using. This is what's called an operating characteristic curve for acceptance sampling, which basically shows the relationship of the defective rate compared to the probability of accepting that shipment. Now, as you see, the higher the defective rate of that sample you take from that initial population, the lower probability of you actually accepting that shipment of things. As you can see, this is a very, very powerful method of sampling for engineers to use when they're going through quality assurance and making sure that all the products they receive are good before actually accepting an entire load or shipment of things. It would save time and money down the future from having defective parts in the outgoing process when you're delivering it to the customer. Again, this is my breakdown of acceptance sampling, and thanks.